Hello everyone, Mark Merrill with Firm. Today's episode is about ICE and DHS arrests and Kristi Noem. Once again, the House Democrats are like clockwork, going off the deep end against DHS Secretary Kristi Noem and defending the death of the protester, one of them, Alex Preddy, as you, the law-abiding American general public, will hear from the upcoming audio we have from a couple of two biased, one-sided politicos. Before we get started, here's the culprit. Actually, there's three of them. See what you think of Firm calling these three, in the pictures you're about to see, as victims, or, according to the deflectocrats, they are the enemy, terrorists against the people of Minnesota. Now, if these three people you see before you here, Kristi Noem on the top, Tom Homan, and President Trump, better have your head examined. Before we get started with these so-called lawmakers from the left, hand chosen, no doubt, from Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, Ms. Noem was vetted by the United States Senate in 2024 after President Trump won the election by over 70 million people, including the swing states. He's the former governor of South Dakota. She knows how to handle a gun. She knows laws. Mr. Homan he's no stranger to ICE, Customs, Border Patrol. Remember this one, folks? We've had it on our car lately, our Firm car. You see it at the very top, the shield there. U.S. Customs Border Protection under the Department of Homeland Security. And anytime you see illegal aliens or illegal immigrants or run into them, you report them. It's the law. To ICE. 1-866-DHS-2-ICE. 1-866-2-DHS-2-ICE. Let's try that again. 1-866-DHS-2-ICE. Or their website, ice.gov. Talk about the real culprits, folks. The real enemies of the state. For damn sure. All right. Equal opportunity. I get it. It pains me to do it, folks. Here's what these two morons had to say to MSNBC or MS Now or MS Never as far as we're concerned. They're biased. They hate Donald Trump. They always have since 2016. But here's what they had to say in their twisted and rehearsed, you can tell by the inflections in their voices, on the shooting or the deaths couple of people who got in the way of ICE operations doing their job to arrest illegals. Here's both of those interviews.
Joining us, Democratic Congressman Robert Garcia of California. He's the ranking member of the Oversight Committee. First off, Congressman, I just want to get a sense of atmospherics among you and your colleagues right now. Are you surprised to be hearing from so many Republicans?
Look, it's surprising, of course, to hear any Republican ever take any stand against Donald Trump. They seem to follow his orders and whatever he wants every single day. And so the fact that some are actually growing a little bit of a spine is a good development. And I think they're seeing the American public outraged. They're seeing the American public right now, and it's not just Democrats or progressives. You are seeing folks that are coming out and saying enough. These killings have outraged, they've infuriated not just communities in Minnesota, but across the country. This agency has gone completely rogue. ICE needs to be abolished. It cannot be reformed, and Kristi Noem must be impeached. And as the Senate is considering funding, whether it's not just DHS, but other programs, they have to negotiate and make demands.
Now, Representative Raul Ruiz, Democrat of California, reacts to the deadly ICE or Border Patrol shooting in Minneapolis, Minnesota of Alex Preddy.
His name was Alex Jeffrey Preddy, a 37-year-old ICU nurse who dedicates his life to treating veterans in their time of most need. And he was killed by these ICE agents in Minneapolis. I have seen the videos over and over from multiple angles, from multiple observers, and not once did I see a gun in his hand. I saw a video with an agent walking away with gun, and after
Lies.
that agent walked away, they shot
Lies.
Alex. Kristi Noem needs to be impeached and prosecuted. And all of these ICE agents that shot him, that aided and abetted this homicide, needs to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
No, they don't. You know why, ladies and gentlemen? Yours truly, Mark Merrill here with Firm, talking about DHS arrests, ICE arrests, and Kristi Noem. Because you know what? There's nothing to see here. Nothing to see, nothing to listen to from these demon Democrats, we call them. Only more rhetoric and demands for Kristi Noem's impeachment hearings, and from several of the Democrat leadership, including Hakeem Jeffries and Al Green, to continue the old 2016 threats of impeach Donald Trump. Enough of this childish behavior, which is also threatening the security and safety of all Americans around the country and the world. That's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's all there is to it. Stop the screaming meanies of the deflectocrats from coast to coast who want to strip and destroy the United States of America and American law-abiding citizens of God-given rights, freedoms, and forcing handouts to illegals. Mark Merrill for Firm. Now I've got one more segment to go here, folks. We're going to put it up and then we're going to actually read it. It might take a few more minutes. But from our friend at Words for Warriors. Maybe you'll recall this one, folks. We haven't used it in quite a while. The author is Sam Sorbo. As you can see, we're going to talk about immigration laws and what they really stand for. So here we go, folks. Immigration. It's a noun. A permanent move to a foreign country. Traditionally, immigrants came to America for freedom, opportunity, and economic prosperity. Traditionally known as the American dream. They learned English, changed their names to sound less ethnic, and otherwise culturally endeavored to become Americans. My, how times have changed. Many don't make an effort to earn English or learn English. Instead, they cling to the culture of the country they fled, mostly for their lives, and insisting that Americans cater to that. They do not wish to integrate and become Americans. They wish to benefit from America while rebuking her in the same breath. Now, here's some facts, folks. We won't dwell on it too long. However, the United States accepts 1 million legal immigrants a year. 1 million. Doesn't sound like much for a country the size of ours, with 355 million currently. But who really knows how many illegal ones? Official reports maintain there may be currently 11, and we'll call it actually 12 million since the publication of her book here. 12 million illegal immigrants in the United States based on census data. The most recent we have is 2020, going on 6 years ago. But they are unreliable census data at best when dealing with lawbreakers, and it's also an outdated figure. Currently, law enforcement detains illegals as they cross the border. Then they release them with a hearing date to which no one in his or her right mind would show up. 90% do not. Wanting to secure our southern border, which now has already taken place in the past 11 months, folks, enforce the law, keep out criminals is not anti-immigrant or racist, as some claim. Oh, gee, let me think. How about the two deflectocrats you just heard? It's protection and self-preservation. A couple of more points, folks. Currently, the U.S. immigration system is outdated, broken, and does not serve our economic security or overall national interests. So consider these points. 45% of illegals enter the United States legally and overstay their visas. Immigrants have sent more than $120 billion a year back to their home countries, which weakens the American economy. In 2013, the Obama administration released 36,000 criminal immigrants with 88,000 convictions, including murder, kidnapping, sexual assault. 62% of illegal immigrant households in America and 49% of illegal immigrants use at least one form of welfare. Are you kidding me? These people get so many handouts, they don't have a wallet big enough to hold it all. They go out and buy these Nike jackets and Adidas. The money that's sent to them, blood money probably, George Soros. And one more point, folks. In 2014, 11 years ago, President Obama issued executive amnesty, providing 5 million illegals, maybe more, Social Security numbers, photo IDs, and work permits allowing them to legally take jobs from American citizens during a time of high unemployment and low wages. Here's a quote from one of our historians and a respected and dignified professor, Thomas Sowell, who said, "Stopping illegal immigration would mean that wages would have to rise to a level where Americans would want the jobs currently taken by illegal aliens." And there we have it, folks. Thank you for joining us here for Firm, our episode on ICE, DHS arrests, and Kristi Noem. In the meantime, check in on our podcasts 5 times a week, but also past episodes on YouTube and X. Everyone stay safe. Pray for our country, our immigration department, our immigration officers in all states where they may be deployed to rid our country of the last 4.5, 5 years almost of the Biden administration, to crumble, bankrupt, and destroy this republic, which is on the verge 5 to 6 months from now of celebrating its 250th anniversary. Let's hope we make it that long. Stay safe, everyone. Peace to all.